Hey there, back again. So it's been about a year since we started building this shop, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a montage of the shop build. I took a lot of still photos, I took a bit of video. I think I can kludge all that together and make an interesting, well, I think interesting story about how we built the shop. Mainly because we built the shop. So I'm not a construction guy, I'm a former computer engineer. My wife's a stay-at-home mom. My daughter's a high school student. So the three of us, literally the three of us, built this shop. We started with laying out where the additional concrete was going to go, the floor, and then we had concrete delivered, and we had to run a pump to have the concrete pumped back here. My wife and I rented some concrete working tools. I forget what they're called, but we rented the tools. We worked our own concrete. We ordered 4 yards of concrete, and unfortunately we needed 5. So when we realized we didn't have enough, we kind of worked the concrete a little bit to flatten it out, and then we ran down to Home Depot and rented a concrete mixer, bought 30 bags of concrete, and started mixing our asses off trying to finish filling the form before the first set of concrete hardened too badly. And we kind of screwed it up, but hey, it's our floor, we did it. We dug our own footers for the concrete. We made our own forms. We tried to dig the footers with a shovel, and then that just kicked our butt. So we ended up renting one of those ditch witch things and dug the footers that way. The concrete has both rebar and fiber in it, so should be pretty strong, should last a while. It's kind of flat, kind of not. Half the shop is built on a slope, which is kind of fun when you're constructing, trying to keep the top part of the walls level, and the bottom part's got a 4-inch slope from about 15 feet across. So yay, that was a good time. We framed our own walls. My daughter and I did all the house wrap. My wife and I did the sheathing on the roof. We did the underlayment. We did the shingles. That was her favorite part because for some reason she likes to be up high, and I just didn't dig it at all, but we got that done ourselves. My daughter and I did all the exterior sheathing. I, by myself, because no one wanted to touch it but me, did the insulation inside, and then I sheathed it with OSB on the inside, so it's got a nice surface that I can screw into, I can nail stuff into. It's just OSB. If I screw it up, I take a sheet down, I go buy another sheet, and I put another sheet up. We did our own trusses up there, built my own doors. One of the very first things, once we were dry in, we built this miter. I keep saying I built this miter station. Damn it, I built it. My wife and daughter helped in a lot of ways, but they didn't build the miter station. And I had already built these 2 workbenches, and I brought those in. I did all the electrical. We've got 220 and 110, 120 out here. The only thing I didn't do was I had an electrician come out and install a sub panel out at the main panel because I just didn't want to mess with that. But once the sub panel was done, I had him do the ground rods too. I had to put 2 8-foot ground rods in here, but we just have, the soil in here is just crazy rocky, so I couldn't even think about doing that. So the electrician did that, but I wired up everything else. I ran all the wiring in the shop. Terminated, put in all the light switches and all the electrical outlets. Everything is GIF. Forget what it's called. If it gets wet in here, we're gonna pop circuits. I did the lighting, put the lights up myself. Like I said, I've got 220 and 110 in here. I installed the AC. My dust collector runs off at 220, and the AC runs off at 220. And I have an extra 220 circuit if ever I someday get a 220 volt table saw. Hint, hint. I've got compressed air in here. I've got compressed air running up to a reel up on the roof. I've got electrical running up to a reel on the roof or on the ceiling. I've got a little bit of storage up in the rafters. You can kind of see some of that, but it's full of junk right now. But we built this thing. It was so much fun. It took us about, I'd say 8 months total, start to end, but that was only working on the weekends and probably only half days on the weekends. We had a lot of rain in the last year. So really, it's pretty impressive, frankly. I impressed the hell out of myself building this place, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm proud of every single mistake and uneven piece of concrete and crooked sheathing that's out here, because I did it. My wife and family and we did it ourselves. So I put this montage together. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's not too boring, because it is kind of a slideshow, but there is some video in there as well. You don't like it? Yeah, you just don't like it. All right, take it easy. It's hard to turn. So, got two framed walls here. I had to correct an issue on half of this wall, but I think I got that corrected. So, it's just gonna rain here in a few minutes, so I'm gonna call it a day. And then hopefully tomorrow it stops raining. We'll put these walls up. We'll get the north wall up, or the east wall, or no, what is it? The west wall. Turned around. Where's the ocean? The west wall. So the west wall will go here. We'll have another window in this corner facing me, and then the door over there. And then we'll be done wall framing. We'll put up some sheathing, and then we'll start on the roof. If I could get some damn weather, I could probably knock this out in about a week. But it's been rough lately. All right, here we go. All right, this is about done with the framing. Let's go take a look. So, had a good long day of work today. I don't know, I probably think we got full 5-6 hours, which isn't a real work day, but I did ride an hour and a half this morning, and I had to eat blueberry pancakes, and I had to make a Home Depot run. So, 5-6 hours is pretty solid. We've got 4 walls, a door, a couple windows. Got to tell you a story about them windows. We've been framing inside the shop for the whole time we've been framing. And the last wall, because of all these supports that are holding the walls up, I said, let's frame that wall, this part here, on the outside, and we'll tilt it up from the outside. Well, I lost my bearings, and I went ahead and installed that window upside down. So out comes the Sawzall, cut that sucker out of there and flip it around, and there it is. It's back in place. So we are framed. I've got one double plate up there. I need to attach that, but it's late in the day. I'm tired and I need a beer. So we have 4 walls. I don't know what that means, but here we go. You should see her face when she does that. But point it in towards the house when you shoot, so it doesn't shoot out the side. She likes it. All right, new day, new pint. I took the day off because we were having some guys do some work around here. I can show you that. Maybe you're not interested, but I took the opportunity to do a little more construction work. So let's see where we ended up today. So we got some sheathing done. We got 3/4 of the sheathing done, actually. Let's go see. Got one big blank wall here. There's a blank wall on the back. There's Kaya. I thought the sheathing was going to go a lot faster than it did, but apparently I'm not very good at it. So we got 3 walls done. We got 2 blank walls, which you would think would be really easy, and I can tell you why they weren't as easy as they might be. But got the door done, 1 window. Got another window to finish whenever that happens. So we the level concrete. So the concrete we poured is level, but the concrete that's up that little hill behind me there, that is actually a hill. So we have to deal with 2.5 inches of rise on the west side and 3.5 inches of rise on the east side. So each time I'm cutting a piece of sheathing, I have to cut it for width. Well, normally you don't have to cut it for width, but I also have to cut it for height and for an angle. So I have to cut the bottom at an angle. Sometimes I did, sometimes I said screw it. And then sometimes we put spacers between the boards, and sometimes we just eyeballed. That looks like about 1/8 of an inch. So we got the sheathing spaced out, and then some material here. So we got some 20-foot 2x6s, and we've got some more 2x6s back there, and a little more roof sheathing and more regular sheathing, and hit the wrong button. And then we'll start, once we get that the rest of that sheathing done, we will start building some trusses and then get the roof started. Good couple days of work though. And then so tomorrow we've got, I think we're supposed to get like 2 inches of rain, which down in SoCal is, you know, torrential. So exciting stuff. All right, we just finished up a good day of construction today. We got, as you can see, we got all the trusses up. So let's go walk around inside the shop. So Mandy was a lot of help. She had an exciting moment today. At one point, we did drop a truss. We didn't drop it all the way down, but basically what you do is you put these things up upside down, and then you flip them over. And we flipped one over, and then it decided to come back down upside down. So it didn't fall to the ground, but it was an exciting moment when that happened. But I'm pretty happy that we got all the trusses up in one day, and that means that we can start sheathing tomorrow, and if all goes well, by Sunday we could be putting on. So pretty solid day today. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me you're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. All right, I just finished installing the windows. So let's take a look. So I ended up adding these two little, these are actually supposed to be mounted sideways, but you know, I do what I want to do, so they close kind of nicely. I had to install kind of one backwards, but that's because I want them to open the same way. And then if we come over this way, we have two nice big 36 by 36 windows. Very nice. It's I just stepped on my plugs. Hope I didn't break all those. I think I did. Well, happy window day. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. after a good day of putting up siding. I gotta tell you, it's kind of funny. I like to open the windows because it gets a little breeze going in the shop while I'm working outside. It actually gets a little stuffy in here, believe it or not. So like the last thing I do at the end of the day is I go and close all the windows because I don't have a door. Some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 I don't know if this is good luck or bad luck or if this is a dangerous thing to do, but we have power to the shop. I'm gonna flip a circuit breaker and we're gonna see what happens. Mandy, you ready? All right, so we're not totally wired up, but the main circuit breaker is in here, so let's see what happens. Let's flip that bad boy. All right, we didn't pop anything. There's some lights. Here's the switch. No power! Oh wait, the circuit breaker, see, look at that. Being so safe that I didn't turn the circuit breaker for the lights on. All right, let's try it again. And still no power. Yeah, all right, we'll go back to the drawing board. All right, so I didn't turn on it didn't punch the GFI. I had installed the circuit, but I never, installed the outlet, but I had never reset the GFI. So now we have power and we have lights in the shop. And with electricity and with lights comes air conditioning. Let's go take a quick tour of the shop. Been busy. Let's see, we've got a refrigerator because that's where you keep your shop beer, right? Got my paint and sandpaper storage hung. I've got a little bit of safe. I got one of two fire extinguishers hung. I've got the miter station is pretty much complete. It's certainly usable. I'm going to build some cabinets down in this lower parts down there, and actually I'm going to build some cabinets in these upper parts too, because basically from here back is not part of the cutting experience with the miter saw. So there'll be some nice cabinets up there. I don't think that's where the compressor is going to live because I just got authorization to buy a dust collector, so that's on the way. I'm running that sucker at 220, so I had to run a 220 line over to that corner. I don't have my joiner put up yet because I need to build a cabinet for it or have something to sit on. I got my bandsaw put together and assembled, so that's looking good. Got some extra crap, extra materials. I've got The thickness planer just down there, I need to kind of do something with that too, and I also need to build a router table. So that's coming in the future. Got my belt disc sander. I moved the benches. I'm not sure this is where the benches are going to stay, but for now that's where they're at. They're kind of in the center. They're a little back towards the back wall more than they are towards the front wall. That's so that I can run longer sheets of whatever through the table saw. So yeah, got my dust or got so that's air filter up there, and then I got my my attic fan installed. Right now I have it set it to 90, and it ain't 90 up there because it ain't on. But we had it set to 80 yesterday, and it actually cooled off the shop really fast. So that is my wood shop at the moment, but it's starting to actually become usable, so I'm excited.